Welcome back to the Working Class Musician YouTube channel. I'm Jimmy Franklin. This channel is always dedicated to making sure you get the most bang for your buck when you're buying new gear. So to be sure you always get to me before you overspend, hit subscribe below, turn on the bell notification, and you will never miss a video. First things first, you'll notice I am just not together. I got a black t-shirt on, my usual kind of just black t-shirt, not the full gear. I'm not even in jeans right now. I'm still in pajamas. I don't care. For those of you who don't know, I'm having a baby next week. And this is my first child, so the videos you're about to see, I might be in pajamas. Before we go any further, I know I look crazy right now, but we are on our way to the hospital. We are going to be having our baby, God knows when at this point. I may be taking a week off next week. I may not have a video to put out. But for the time being, you can pick up one of these Sigma guitars in the description box. And if you use this code that's showing up on the screen right now, you can get the Sigma Mini for 5% off for the next 30 days after this video goes live. I highly suggest picking one up if you're a beginner, just like an at-home picker. Wish us luck. Today's video title is Acoustic Guitar Songs That Sound Easy but are actually surprisingly hard. And before we get into the video, I want to point out that if you haven't seen it yet, what I am rocking here today for this video is the Sigma Sig 10 Mini. Sigma reached out to me and knew that I was on an acoustic guitar hunt for something that I want to call my very own, and they sent over a couple of new pieces. They kind of just showed up at my door and they were like, "Hey, hope you like these." I gotta tell you, I highly recommend checking out the Sig 10 Mini, especially if you're just like an at-home jammer looking for a tiny guitar. This thing is super small and it's kind of compact. And if you're a beginner, and if you're if you're getting one for your kid maybe, this could be a good option. So let's get right into it. First up is none other than Metallica's Nothing Else Matters. I know what you're thinking. No, not that part. Everyone and their mother at some point in their life has played Nothing Else Matters on an acoustic guitar. They pick it up and they just go. Even if you play it badly, it still sounds great. Just a beautiful E minor chord on an acoustic guitar. Something about it, it's kind of cowboyish, it's kind of primal in a way. It sounds absolutely wonderful. But that's not the part I'm talking about. I'm talking about what comes after that. Now, some seasoned musicians would say, "Oh, Jimmy, that's not that hard of a part." But let me tell you, for some of the intermediate guitar players out there that are like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna play Nothing Else Matters because it's easy," it can be very discouraging when you get to that part because you have predominantly bar chords. It could be very, very annoying, and like the muscle in your arm is just killing you. That's one of those that I have to tell you, just plug away at it and you will get better. It's just a matter of knowing your bar chords, and it does get easier over time. Number two, I hope people still know, because this song is an absolute masterpiece. The second song is Drive by Incubus. It's got a little funk, it's got a little soul, it's got a little groove, and yes, it's got bar chords, and it's got some of your more advanced bar chords in it. Things like minor sevens, got major sevens, right? Yeah. It just takes a little time, and it's not as easy as some of the things that you first learn when you're a beginner. But open yourself up to these sounds of these sevens as early as you can, because it'll make the future of your playing a lot easier. That sound of a major seven, that C major seven in there, as opposed to a major. A little out of tune right now. It's got so much texture to it, and it's really gorgeous sounding. And surprisingly, the right hand, even though it just seems like everyone who plays it is playing up and down, nice and easy, the right hand has a lot of work here. You got a lot of muting going on. And your right hand is like a drum. It's your pattern, it's your groove. Your right hand in this is everything in making the rhythm of this song complete. Number 3. This one people tend to look at me a little weird when I say it's actually hard. This is Time of Your Life by Green Day. I know what you're thinking, Jimmy, it's only a G, a C add 9, and a D. Yeah, you're right, kind of. But again, the right hand matters so much in acoustic guitar playing. Something about Billy Joe Armstrong's right hand in this is just absolutely magical. And where you're probably playing this wrong is like this. People tend to play the song by going, and they use all downstrokes, and they just pick the strings. Which is kinda not wrong, and if you go on Ultimate Guitar, that's what you're gonna find. But it's so much more than that. What he's actually doing here is a strumming pattern where he's strumming the full chords, and he's getting a really gritty percussion kind of sound out of his right hand. The strumming pattern in this case is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And if I speed it up, you'll hear it sounds a lot like the song. Your right hand naturally gravitates towards the high strings a bit, and all he's doing really is zeroing in and targeting those 2 strings that your hand naturally kind of falls over. And that's all he does. If you watch my right hand, it's just this. And as I pay more attention to the B and G strings in this process, it becomes a little bit easier to just target them. And that's where you get that really cool, easy looking guitar strum look and sound. It looks just as good as it sounds. Last thing about that one is you kind of want to strum a little bit closer to the bridge and get a little bit of that twangy. So if you strum a little bit closer to the middle and the body, it sounds a little hollow over the sound hole. And don't be afraid to anchor. Some people anchor their pinky when they do this one, something that's this specific. Don't be afraid to anchor your pinky. It's totally fine. It's a legal technique in the world of playing acoustic guitar, I promise you. Next up, we have a song that is very near and dear to my heart. And if you listen to this whole album, it is more than just a song. It is more than just a compilation of songs. It is a story, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely incredible. It's maybe not for the faint of heart. The album I'm talking about is Tommy by The Who, and the song is called Pinball Wizard. And for this one, I'm gonna break out the big Sigma. Nothing against the little guy, it's absolutely awesome. But this song just calls for a little bit meatier, like kind of dreadnought, acoustic guitar sound. Pete Townsend was a songwriter more than he was a guitar player, but his chord work on the entire album of Tommy is pretty incredible, and onto other albums as well. I mean, Behind Blue Eyes has an unbelievable acoustic part. His ability to put the song first kept him from having the chains on him of having to stay in a key or live by musical rules. Basically, that whole band didn't live by musical rules, and it was just perfect. Again, a lot of these tend to be around the fact that the right hand has a lot to do, and we kind of undermine it at times. The right hand in this case is what does everything. And we just change one finger. These are all major triads, and you put your pinky on and off to make like a suspended fourth kind of sound. Again, slow. A little bit slower. Last but not least, we have a song that people really don't think is going to be hard, but it has a similar kind of idea to the Time of Your Life, Good Riddance, Green Day song. It has a similar concept there where the hand does a lot percussively, and people tend to make it people dumb it down sometimes when they're teaching this one, and I don't love that. What your Ultimate Guitar or, any tab website or maybe beginner teacher will teach you is something along the lines of this. Or they'll teach you all downstrokes. And since you're not James Hetfield or Johnny Ramone, you can't play only downstrokes all the time. We want to utilize our alternate picking as much as possible, and this is a perfect time for you to practice it. Something like this. You're picking predominantly in between the strings. Your pick kind of rests in between them and goes up and down, and you kind of hit that first one, and then you're locked in between them. So in this case, it goes down, down, up, down, down, up, 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 down, 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 up, down, down, up. That was hard to say. But once you get that down, you get this really nice percussive feel, and it sounds like this. Thank you so much as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned because we are going to pick the winner of my Orange Terror stamp. I just have to have a baby first. So please be patient. We got to 3,000 subscribers. We're already at 31 or 32. I don't know at this point. It's unbelievable how much this is flying. Please go check out my video I recently did with Jessica J, which will be somewhere around here once again, where she shows off her incredible vocal ability. I'm gonna make sure that I leave a link below for you guys to these Sigma guitars because they're both absolutely ridiculous for the price. And if you're either a beginner or an advanced player, I think Sigma has something for you, like they did for me. In this case, these are way cheaper of models than I would have bought for myself, and they're still really blowing my mind for the price. Thank you very much. This is the Working Class Musician YouTube channel. I am Jimmy Franklin, and I will see you next time with a baby maybe.